All right, I'm joined by Zoe and Mick from East Point. Thanks for joining us, guys. Getting ready for a big weekend and a big grand final in the AFL GOLDFIELDS Open competition. Zoe, how are you feeling about the game?
Very excited. Also a little bit nervous. We know it's going to be a big match on the weekend. And we've had a very competitive process against Redan throughout the season, so we know Sunday's not going to be an easy game.
Now, we hear you guys have got a bit of a good rivalry against them as well. Tell us a little bit about how that's been.
Yeah, we probably knew coming into the season that they would be the toughest team that we were going to play, and it's definitely shown that way in the past three matches that we've played. And yeah, we know that they'll be bringing their A game and they'll be a very tough team, and I'm sure they'll be looking to impose their presence on us early on. So we're looking forward to it.
Mick, you guys had a big win on the weekend against Gisborne. I know they're a tough side and they've been very competitive. Tell us a little bit about that game and what it was like to coach, and obviously the pressure. What was the stake of making a grand final?
Well, obviously the pressure's pretty tough. I mean, you think if we lose, that we drop out. And Gisborne are a strong side. They've been physically a strong side against us all year. And every game we've played over, we've beaten them by a few goals each time. It's normally come to the last quarter. And again, they jumped us on the weekend, so I would say I was a little nervous. Get a bit concerned when they got the first goal under the way, but to the girls' credit, they pushed on and kept playing our style and pushed through and played team football, which we've tried to play all year. And it was good to get over the top, and it'd be good to go and take on Redan, take on the best this weekend.
Sensational. We often hear about the players in terms of their preparation heading to a big game. What's it like for a coach? Particularly, it's harder. You've got Saturday night and Friday night to think about it, and then you've got the game on the Sunday. What is it like for you?
It's actually a very sleepless week, I reckon, this week, because you sit there and you think of just team selection. We're lucky enough to have 29 players on our list, so we've actually, some players aren't going to get a game, and we have to sort of sit there and try and think of what Redan's doing and marry up our best team against Redan, and then sit there and then that's the hardest part, is to speak to people and say, look, you're not going to get a game. And then once you get that out of the way, then you start trying to work out what can we do to beat Redan. They obviously beat us last time and they've been the best team all year. So yeah, it's going to be a long week in that sense.
Is this something you sort of try and get out the way a little bit earlier on in the piece? You inform players, or is this something you sort of play?
I would like to, just for their benefit as well. So we train Wednesday night, so hopefully Wednesday night before training we can let them know and give them heads up. It's fair to give them as much notice as we possibly can, and we have to pick the team I think is going to beat the team we're playing. So it's going to be a tough one.
And Zoe, you've been an outstanding player for the team this year. Tell us a little bit about your preparation heading into the grand final, and even about your season on a personal level.
This week's all about just getting the body right. As Mick said, Gisborne were quite a physical team, and we knew that coming in. So this week's just about doing lots of light sessions, get the body ready. We know that Mars Stadium's a big ground, so there's going to be a lot of running involved. Just make sure physically we're right up to that point, and also just mentally start thinking and running through our head what we're going to do to beat Redan, and have a bit of a team meeting on Wednesday and start running through it from that aspect as well. This season's been good. I've had a slight different role. It's getting a little bit older. I've moved more down into the forward line versus playing strictly in the middle, and I've enjoyed that opportunity, being able to snag a few more goals than usual, but I'm just happy to play that role within the team and go from there. So it's been a good year for a team and a personal level.
And how did you get involved in playing footy?
I started years ago when North Ballarat had a female team. Just got dragged along from there, so I played quite a few years there, and then had a bit of hiatus from the game, and then was approached by East Point 3 years ago to kind of come out of retirement, and a few of the girls came back down to the club, and we've just built it back up from there. So it's been really good, and obviously we've seen a bit more of an explosion of Ballarat football in terms for the women. So more teams, more competition. It's been nice that we've been able to play in Ballarat and not have to travel down to Melbourne to play teams. So that's been really exciting.
Sensational. And Mick, obviously a great effort by the girls to get to the grand final. As Zoe touched on, Mars Stadium is a bigger ground. How does that suit your team and the runners you've got?
We do try and play an open game of football, and so Mars Stadium's going to hopefully suit us down the ground. The fact that we've had 3 pretty tough games in a row I may take away from it a bit, but we like to try and open the game up and use the ground to our advantage and run the ball. So hopefully, if we get a decent day weather-wise as well out there, Mars Stadium can get windy even on a non-windy day, but that's what we want to do, is want to use the ground to our advantage and try and get out and open the game and really just push the ball through and run through as a team. So with luck, it will pay off for us.
I'll put the same question to both of you guys, but I'll ask you first, Mick. If you guys were to win the grand final on Sunday, where's that one key area you guys are going to get the job done?
Teamwork. We're actually, as a team, we've played as a team all year. We haven't had some real standout players as a team, and the league's best and fairest showed we had a great spread of vote getters right across our whole team. So that's the way we try and play. We try and play 18 against 18 on the field at a time. So if we're able to match them and stick to the course and play as a team and not get our heads down, hopefully we should have a success.
And Zoe, the same question.
Midfield battle. Redan have a very big engine room, and they've shown that they're very well structured in that area as well. So if we can take it up to them in the middle of the ground, I think that's where the game will be won.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for joining us, guys, and we wish you all the best in your preparations for the game. And we look forward to seeing you guys put on a really good show and on Mars Stadium. It's the best venue that we've got available, and we hope you guys enjoy the experience.
No worries. Thanks very much.